Hennifer evacuations remain in place, while some people closer to Colville have been told to be ready to leave. As updates come in, I'll bring you the latest on Jeff Kaplan's Afternoon News. Live, Eric Cabrera, KSL News Radio.
And these wildfires keep popping up, and then there's lightning storms on the way. We could see more. But Utah Fire Info Prevention and Communications Specialist Kelly Wickens says Utah got a new multi-mission aircraft this year to help detect lightning strikes.
Acts as a air attack platform, but it has a lightning detection system on it. So we can fly over and use that to help early detection for wildfires.
Wickens says they plan on using it this week while storms are in the forecast. After the fire season, we'll analyze how it's been doing this year, and if it proves to be a big help, they could look into getting more as long as budget allows. The Widemouth 2 fire is still burning in Millard and Sevier County. It's reached over 122,000 acres, and crews have it 30% contained. There are 877 personnel working on it, and that includes 13 crews and 6 helicopters. And the Black Canyon fire is 3,500 acres, but 0% contained. That's in Emery County's Reeder subdivision. We're learning the massive police presence we saw on Redwood Road near North Temple this morning was because of a shooting. Though police say nobody was hurt and no property was damaged. Detectives say someone just fired a couple of shots up into the air right by the Aspire Salt Lake apartments. Police didn't say whether they're still looking for the person suspected or firing the gun. A Taylorsville man is facing felony charges after police say he manipulated his mother into giving him tens of thousands of dollars. KSL News Radio's Reagan Edelman has the story.
Zachary Stewart is accused of threatening and stealing from his mother, who told police she was too afraid of him to report the behavior. Court documents show multiple text messages between her and the 46-year-old where he gets aggressive because she doesn't answer the phone. She told police Stewart would track her cell and put air tags in her belongings, making her too afraid to go to a police station. Police also say that of 787 transactions on her bank account over 6 months, 679 were transfers to Stewart's Cash App. Not to mention multiple ATM cash withdrawals that ultimately left the woman with less than $4,000 for day-to-day expenses over a 6-month period. Stewart has now been charged with financial exploitation of a vulnerable adult and unlawful installation of a tracking device. Reagan Edelman, KSL News Radio.
A Juab County man with a history of sex charges has been arrested once again. Saratoga Springs police say that Justin Brent Christiansen used his phone to take inappropriate pictures of women in a skirt and inappropriately touching 2 other women, trying to make it look like an accident. Christiansen is actually on probation for an arrest back in 2024 when police say he recorded a woman without her consent. He also pled guilty to sexual abuse charges back in 2017. KSL's top national stories. Luigi Mangione, the man accused of shooting and killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson back in 2024, was in court today for a pretrial hearing. Defense attorneys asked the judge for the trial to be broadcast live. More from ABC's Peter Haralambous outside the court in Lower Manhattan.
The judge didn't openly address that during today's conference. He only said that the court would go as far as to allow that overflow room. We don't actually even know if there will be a live feed of the actual proceedings in the overflow room itself, perhaps only an audio feed. It seems unlikely at this point that we're going to see, if anything, a live broadcast, though it remains a possibility we'll see the openings, the closing statements, and when the jury actually delivers their verdict.
The judge adjourned court until September 8th when the jury selection would begin. Local law enforcement agencies have echoed what the FBI has been saying for months. Crime is down in major U.S. cities.
According to the Major Cities Chiefs Association, murders alone were down more than 17% in the first half of 2026 compared to the same period the previous year. Robberies, rapes, and aggravated assaults likewise were lower. The declines continue a trend that reversed the crime surge that came during the pandemic.
That's ABC's Jim Ryan reporting. First look traffic, here's Cormac Bone.
I-15 looking clean and clear between Ogden and Provo, but westbound I-80, we do have a disabled semi-truck near Mountain Dell in the runaway truck ramp on the left shoulder, so no delays there either. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL News Time, 12:05.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Who is Farm Bureau Financial Services? At our core, we're relationship builders. We're home and auto bundlers, life insurers, farm and ranch protectors, and retirement planners. We're neighbors, community members, and friends. We're the people you can count on now and for years to come. Find a Farm Bureau agent at fbfs.com/protect. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company.
The Children's Center Utah provides a unique service in our communities by meeting the needs of very young children and their caregivers. Here's a Little Minds, Big Hope message from Dr. Kyle Smith, the Children's Center Utah's child and adolescent psychiatrist.
If parenting feels harder than it should right now, trust your gut and know that you're not alone. Early support can make a lifelong difference for your child and your family. Find out more at childrencenterutah.org.
Evacuations are still in place in Hennifer as the Rocky Canyon fire continues. Crews have it 23% contained. KSL News Time, 12:07. The Department of Public Safety is reminding Utahns that school is starting back up, means kids will be taking the bus. Jason Metman with the Highway Safety Office tells Inside Sources drivers should be thinking about why that bus is stopped.
That's because kids are either boarding on or off the bus. There's going to be kids that are rushing to get to that bus stop. There may be pedestrians crossing to get to that bus stop. So drivers need to be aware of what's happening all around that bus, not just between you and that stop sign.
Metman says these crashes that occur during the first few weeks of back-to-school season usually deal with distracted drivers and can be deadly for all involved. Jason will join later in the show at 12:45 to talk about a new program to keep young drivers safe. It's almost time for Utah kids to head back to school. The Granite and Iron County school districts welcome their students back tomorrow, and the Beaver County and Washington County school districts resume class on Thursday. Washington County School District spokesperson Stephen Dunham tells KSL a big focus for them this year is cutting down on school lunch debt by helping parents get the assistance they need.
The cost of living down here is quite high. We've seen inflation go up. We recognize that times are hard, or you may have a short-term crisis in your family. There are resources available here within our community to help. We just need you to let us know.
7th graders in the Murray City School District go back to class on Friday. The University of Michigan doesn't want freshmen in their first semester to worry about grades, so they're trying a different method of grading.
It's pass or fail. That's it. No letter grades at all. It's something new the university is trying to help curb the mental health crisis some college-aged individuals are experiencing. The school says it will help freshmen acclimate to the demands of college, and it will do something about grade inflation. One former political science professor tells the Wall Street Journal grades have lost their value as an indication of quality or excellence. In 2022, 74% of all undergraduate grades were at an A level. 10 years ago, it was just 57% of undergrads. Another hope is that the pass or fail grades will make students work a little harder. Alexandria Bonilla, KSL News Radio.
KSL News Time, 12:09. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 9s, brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
Still looking good on I-15 between Ogden and Provo. It is just regular delays to look out for. Eastbound Corey Ride Highway approaching Mountain View Corridor and Pioneer Crossing as you come out of Saratoga Springs. Some pretty heavy congestion. And both directions of Bangerter Highway, the normal slowdowns as you approach the 201 freeway. Attention property managers, customers see your parking lot before seeing your lobby. Make the first thing unforgettable with GoPave Utah. Seal coating, cracked ceiling, striping, patching across the Wasatch Front. Visit at GoPaveUtah.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Forecast calls for a 98 today for a daytime high. Build up clouds in the afternoon, and a slight chance we see a thunderstorm roll in. 93 tomorrow, scattered storms. More scattered thunderstorms on Thursday. 83 is all we get for a high. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
Right now, it's 91 degrees in Salt Lake City. Coming up on Utah's New News, we'll hear about a scary American Airlines flight forced to make an emergency landing after a bird strike. That's coming up, streaming live at KSLNewsRadio.com and on the app for KSL News Radio. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
What if you had the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Guaranteed. Well, thanks to Xfinity, you don't have to worry about that part of your future now through August 24th. Get their best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats and finds and fixes issues before you even notice them. No annual contracts or commitments, no hidden fees, and the best equipment included. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sleep Number's new collections are designed to adapt to the changing nature of your life and your sleep needs. Whether it's the personalized comfort of the Comfort Mode mattress, the targeted pressure relief of the Comfort Next mattress, or the Climate Collection that actively cools or warms to help you fall asleep and stay asleep.
And now, get early access to our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on the new Comfort Next Luxe for a limited time. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Thinking about replacing your windows? Choose the company that builds and installs them right here in Utah. Advanced Window Products is Utah's local window and door manufacturer that sells directly to homeowners. Hi, I'm Nate Orchard, the mayor of Sac Lake City with Advanced Window Products. At Advanced Window Products, there are no dealer fees, no middleman markups, and no extra costs to cover someone else's profit. From manufacturing to installation, every step is handled by Advanced Window Products' local team. Every window is custom built in Salt Lake City for Utah's homes and backed by one of the strongest warranties in the industry, a lifetime warranty covering labor, glass, and parts. Even better, it's fully transferable to the next homeowner. Right now, get $2,000 off when you purchase 10 or more windows. Financing is available, and Dominion Energy rebates may help you save even more. Call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. Or visit us at advancedwindows.com. That's 801-850-9100 or advancedwindows.com.
KSL News Time, 12:14. The three things you need to know this hour. First,
Utah's Attorney General has signed on to a letter urging Congress to make changes to a major college sports bill, warning it could have unintended consequences for current state laws involving transgender athletes. I'm KSL News Radio's Adam Small.
Second, a large police presence in an apartment complex this morning. Turned out to be some shots fired, but no one was hurt and no property was damaged. Third, traffic and weather together.
Still looking really good. Speed-wise on all your major freeways, just eastbound 2100 north in Lehigh, the regular construction congestion trying to get onto I-15. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Highs topping in the upper 90s today with a slight chance, but better rain chances through the late week. I'm Matt Johnson.
It's 91 degrees at the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. KSL's top national stories.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. New details about a possible Iranian plot against President Trump and an elaborate deception plan to protect the president. The Washington Post reporting when the president departed the NATO summit in Turkey last month, he was secretly taken off Air Force One and onto a military jet using a catering truck. Here's ABC's Martha Raddatz.
The president walks up the steps to Air Force One, waves goodbye, the catering truck just below the plane. Then 5 minutes later, the press boards Air Force One off to the right while the catering truck pulls away reportedly with the president inside. The trunk is then seen pulling up behind another military aircraft parked behind Air Force One.
U.S. Marine and veteran Robert Gilman is on a flight back to America after his release from a Russian prison. Gilman was wrongfully detained on disputed charges for more than 4 years. The group advocating for his release says he was abused and is gravely ill. President Trump says he spoke to Gilman, who is being flown to a military base in Texas for medical care and evaluation. The president says he talked with Russia's president and he agreed to the humanitarian release. Severe storms sweeping through the Midwest. Tornado warnings in the Chicago area led to the evacuation of the air traffic control tower at Midway Airport. Audio of controller alerting aircraft captured on ATC.com.
We're going to evacuate the tower here shortly. I got you all in a place that you can hold. Endeavor 4712, I'll move you to your gate if you can get there, but we're going to leave the tower here.
Time for the KSL in depth, and we're going to go a little bit more, getting a little more detail on that story. So that bird strike, it forced an American Airlines flight to make an emergency stop. ABC's Gio Benitez has the story.
Just imagine this. You're on this packed plane. You're flying to Charlotte. You think everything's fine when all of a sudden, over water, flames start shooting out of the engine. This morning, American Airlines is inspecting the damage following this terrifying midair scare.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. We've got a engine problem here.
The American flight was departing from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, when it was forced to make an emergency landing after a bird strike. The pilots calling in a mayday as flames burst out of the engine. Other pilots telling the tower that they saw birds go right into the plane's left engine shortly after 8:40 a.m. Monday.
I heard this loud bang and some rumbling, and it was significant enough that I turned to my husband and asked him to please cover my daughter's ears. It was so loud.
The Boeing 737 already over water before turning around. 172 passengers on board, landing safely back at Myrtle Beach International Airport. Some bursting into cheers.
Hey folks, from the captain, welcome back to Myrtle. Hey, everything is good.
Emergency personnel meeting the plane on the runway. And the airline says it is now inspecting that aircraft for any damage before returning it to active service.
Holy cow, that would be freaking out if I were on that flight. We're glad that everyone made it out safe, and that was the KSL In Depth. KSL News Time 12:19, traffic and weather together, brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
Still no delays on all our major freeways across the Wasatch Front, but there are a couple of disabled vehicles. First, southbound I-15 at 3300 South. They're in the right shoulder, so just be careful as you get off the freeway at 3300 South. And then we also have in Parley's Canyon westbound I-80 a disabled semi-truck that used the runaway truck ramp on the left side as you pass the Mountain Dale Golf Course. Again, both in the shoulder, so no delays on your major freeways. From Beethoven's Ninth to icons like Idina Menzel, summer sounds better under the stars. Plan your visit today at DeerValleyMusicFestival.org. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL 7-day forecast. I've got highs topping out around 98 degrees today. Mostly cloudy by afternoon, and just a slight chance we see something roll in from the mountains. Calling for scattered thunderstorms Wednesday afternoon, 93 is going to be the high. We're down to 83 on Thursday. Scattered thunderstorms likely. We keep isolated storms in the forecast on Friday, 82. Moving into the weekend, looks like partly cloudy skies Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, with temperatures in the 80s generally. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
Right now it's 91 degrees and mostly sunny in Salt Lake City. The 7-day forecast brought to you by Performance Automotive Bountiful.
Summer is wrapping up, and so is Soda's 4 free weeks offer. This is the last time for the summer. Grab it before summer is over. No injections, no awful side effects, just a natural way to lose weight. This is Greg Scortis, and I lost weight through Soda. and it was a great program for me. Call 866-800-SODA and mention KSL News Radio, and you'll get 4 free weeks free right now. You can learn how to keep your weight off through their SODA nutritionists who help you get to the root causes of your challenges. You learn lifelong habits that last long after the program is done. No lifelong medications, no injections. Weight loss medications can cost a lot, and for many people, the bill does not end. SODA is different. Degreed nutritionists help you get to the root causes of your challenges, guide you one-on-one, teach you lifelong habits so you can lose the weight without signing up for a lifelong bill. I personally lost over 30 pounds in just 7 weeks through SODA's plan. It was a great program for me, and it is for you. SODA is, say it with me, state of the art.
Higher taxes, soaring inflation, record low interest rates, and the skyrocketing cost of healthcare. The list goes on. Retiring successfully today is a lot more complicated than ever before. Learn how you can tackle the biggest challenges that you'll face in retirement today. Don't miss a special edition of Retirement Solutions Radio. It's this Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, right here on KSL, News Radio 1027.
Hey, honey, I was thinking about updating the house a little.
A little?
You know, new siding, new windows, gutters that actually work, maybe even a new deck.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, I called RGS Exteriors.
Well, that's a good decision.
When it comes to upgrading your home's exterior, the right choice is easy. RGS Exteriors specializes in siding, windows, gutters, and decking that transform the look and protection of your home.
Hi, Tim Brown, RGS Exteriors. My family has been building and improving homes in Utah for 5 generations, and taking care of homeowners is something we take very serious. With over 1,300 5-star Google reviews, 21 Best of State awards, and our 10-year workmanship warranty, homeowners know they can trust RGS. Over 200,000 families across Utah have trusted RGS Exteriors with their home, and so can you. Schedule your free estimate today at 801-280-3110, 801-280-3110.
Every 2 minutes, an American is sexually assaulted. The majority of victims know their attacker. It could be your friend, your neighbor, or someone you met at a party. If you said no, it's rape, and it's a crime. This is Christina Ricci with RAINN. Call the National Sexual Assault Hotline today at 1-800-656-HOPE or visit rainn.org. That's RAINN.org.
Brought to you by RAINN and this station.
911, tell me exactly what happened.
My son and his wife and their 2 children haven't responded.
Susan Powell disappeared on a snowy morning in 2009.
I said, Josh, where are you? You need to get home.
And her husband will never be held accountable.
Your wife is missing, Josh.
Yeah, but
And you want to think about it for a couple of days?
I'd had this overwhelming feeling that he had done something to her already.
I'm Dave Cawley, host of the podcast Cold.
Then he starts making phone calls to Susan's phone.
Hello, Susan. We are on our way back.
It's the deepest of deep dives into this tragic tale of abuse.
Where was Josh when Susan disappeared?
I don't know. Of one mother's desperate attempt to escape.
This is me, covering all my bases.
Help prevent it from happening again.
Our focus has and continues to be finding Susan.
Listen and learn by following Cold wherever you get your podcasts.
KSL News Time 1224. A multi-million-dollar electricity project in the UK was disrupted after Harry Potter fans said construction of the project would disturb a memorial for Dobby, the house elf.
Dobby is happy to be with his friend.
Although he's a fictional character, the memorial is very much real. It's on the beach where his character dies. Not a spoiler. That book came out 19 years ago and the movie probably a decade or so ago. It features rocks with messages for Dobby as well as socks, the one item that freed him from his work as a house elf. And the energy company listened to these calls and diverted the cable from the path on Wales Beach. Instead, CBS reports that it's next to some remains from the Bronze Age. Watching Utah's money, the Las Vegas dessert shop Pink Box Donuts is coming to the Salt Lake Valley. The chain is opening a location in Sandy this weekend. It's the chain's 3rd location in Utah, one of these only places to get their creative and outrageous-looking donuts. Poultry companies are saturating the market with too much product. All the different cuts and mass amounts of meat are decreasing wholesale prices and hitting profits hard. The Wall Street Journal says chicken supplies are up 4.5% in the last quarter, and that's way more chicken than Americans need. Gripes over overly bright Tesla headlights have been vindicated. The automaker recalled more than 20,000 vehicles over some low-beam headlights that are excessively bright. Reuters reports it reduced visibility for oncoming drivers and increased crash risks. Taking a look at the market, things are down right now. The Dow has lost 103 points. The S&P is off 25 points. The Nasdaq has lost 190 points. That's almost 0.75%. Oil right now is sitting at $83 a barrel. YouTube sensation Miss Rachel and her husband Aaron Accurso are releasing their debut album, I'm So Happy, next month.
I'm so happy. Jump. I'm so happy.
Miss Rachel is known for her educational YouTube channel that aims to help children bond through music. The album features 23 tracks, including songs like I Could Be Your Friend, which is about social skills. Her husband co-produced the album, reimagining fan favorites from the team of musicians.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex.
Ethan rolls up with a, let's talk about balding, you guys, and then looks at both of us, and then now we're in a bad spot. Oh. Now we're in a bald spot.
Alex.
It's all good.
KSL Brightside. Streaming from 1 to 3 on YouTube or on the KSL News Radio app.
One of the best things about Utah is sharing the outdoors with the people you love. Teaching your kids to fish, taking the family on their first real hike, camping under a sky full of stars. But when you're responsible for little ones, or anyone who depends on you, outdoor safety isn't optional. It's essential. Make sure everyone has enough water. Pack layers for changing weather. Choose trails that match your group's ability, not just your own. And always, always tell someone where you're going and when you'll be back. Because the best family adventures are the ones where everyone comes home with a great story and nothing more than tired legs. Outdoor safety is a family responsibility. Learn more at rescue.utah.gov. That's rescue.utah.gov.
Voices of Dole Valley, a gripping new podcast about a serial killer you've probably never heard of, Warren Forrest.
If he had dumped two, you would have thought maybe there's another one.
But now a witness, identified in the podcast, could lead investigators to Jamie Grissom. Binge Stolen Voices of Dole Valley wherever you get your podcasts and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the latest breaking news in the case.
Join KSL News Radio's Amanda Dixon this Friday from 3 to 5 at the Salt Lake NPS store at 1600 Empire Road, npsstore.com. KSL News Time 12:29. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 9s, brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
Looking good on all your major freeways. We do still have this disabled vehicle on southbound I-15 just before 3300 South. Out of traffic in the right shoulder, so no delays behind him. Where it is slow is in the usual places. Actually, westbound Pioneer crossing a little heavier now, approaching Mountain View Corridor in Lehigh and Saratoga Springs. And in Salt Lake County, it's the 201 freeway. Light and scattered delays both directions in Magna from 8400 west over to 7200 west. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Calling for a high of 98 today, mostly cloudy skies, and about a 30% chance that we see something roll in off the mountain. Going for 93 tomorrow, scattered storms, more scattered thunderstorms. In fact, the best chance of the week landing on Thursday, high of only 83. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
Right now, it's 93 degrees and partly sunny in Salt Lake City.
You're listening to Utah's New News with Maria Chaleos
on KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
Good afternoon, KSL News Time 12:30. KSL's top story this hour. Health officials are pushing back against the Trump administration's attempt to limit the number of childhood vaccines. The executive order also says the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine should be split into 3 separate shots. ABC News Chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce reports from Washington.
The president says there's nothing to lose by breaking up these vaccines, but experts caution that is not the case. They are warning that this new schedule could leave children more vulnerable to infectious diseases. And now one top Republican senator, who is also a doctor, is rebuking the president. Senator Bill Cassidy saying flatly this executive order is wrong.
The executive order comes as Utah measles cases continue to rise, with the state now holding the title of the second highest number of cases in the country. KSL News Radio's McKenna Rodriguez has more on what local physicians are saying.
Family medicine doctor Jordan Roberts says Utah is a hot spot simply because we have low rates of vaccination against measles, and it's the most contagious virus that affects people.
In order to maintain an immune population, we have to have high rates of vaccination, and we have not had the rates necessary to protect us for some time.
The state has seen over 700 measles cases since June 2025. Roberts says the summer has been quiet in terms of new cases, but many doctors are worried that kids going back to school could cause more outbreaks. He says it's important to recognize symptoms, get tested, and isolate from others if infected. McKenna Rodriguez, KSL News Radio.
A new drug being tested at Intermountain Hospitals is making huge strides in the treatment of pancreatic cancer. KSL News Radio's Cameron Elliott reports.
Pancreatic cancer is one of the deadliest diagnoses that an oncologist can give. Once diagnosed, a person can have as little as 6 months left to live. Well, the director of gastrointestinal oncology at Intermountain Health, Dr. Mark Lewis, says that may soon change thanks to a new drug, a pill called daraxonrasib.
But what they showed was patients who remained on intravenous chemo, fewer than 1 in 6 of them was alive at a year if they stayed on IV chemo. The patients who switched to be on the pill, more than half of them were alive at a year.
The drug is not currently available to the public and is only available through clinical trials, but Dr. Lewis said it could be commercially available within a few years. Cameron Elliott, KSL News Radio.
Amid the cyclospora outbreak, the nation is now dealing with a salmonella outbreak. According to the Utah Department of Health and Human Services, there's only one case related to the national outbreak across the whole state. Jeff Eason, director of the Office of Communicable Diseases with DHHS, says that following food safety is important.
I do want to point out that we have no indication that there are any risks to our community, either at restaurants or our retail grocers. All indications are that the raw jalapenos were not distributed to Utah.
Symptoms of salmonella include diarrhea, fever, and stomach cramps. Utah Attorney General is speaking out against a college sports bill, saying it could impact Utah's regulations on transgender athletes.
Utah Attorney General Derek Brown and 5 other states' attorneys general signed a letter urging Congress to change some of the language in the Protect College Sports Act, a bill meant to regulate and rein in name, image, and likeness contracts. University of Utah defensive end Lance Holtzclaw testified in a hearing about this bill in D.C. earlier this year.
College athletics has provided me with incredible opportunities, relationships, and experiences that have helped me elevate my life in tremendous ways. I believe strongly in preserving these opportunities for future generations.
However, Brown and the other AGs are now warning this bill could have unintended consequences by creating eligibility guidelines for college athletes. They say those proposed federal guidelines could overrule state laws like Utah's that bans transgender girls from competing in girls' school sports. They're now asking Congress to add language making it clear this bill will not do that. Adam Small, KSL News Radio.
KSL reached out to Brown's office, who declined to comment further. KSL's top national stories. There's a new call among a group of lawmakers for prediction betting websites to stop allowing users to bet on wildfires. ABC's Alex Stone says users can bet on where and when the next wildfire will begin.
One website called Wildfire uses a slogan, "You can't predict fire, but you can trade on it." Sites like it and Polymarket allow users to bet on when and where the next wildfire will occur and how fast wildfires will spread. Multiple U.S. senators are calling for betting on wildfires to stop. Ann Skeet, an expert in ethics at Santa Clara University, says such betting could incentivize people to start fires to make money.
We refer to as perverse incentives.
CAL FIRE firefighters are barred from betting on the sites. Lawmakers say more than $1.2 million in bets were placed on the 2025 wildfires in L.A. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
First look traffic, here's Cormac Bone.
North and southbound I-15, still clean and clear between Ogden and Provo, but we do have some delays in Provo at 300 South and University Avenue. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL News Time, 12:35.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
Everything to my back is dark.
High in the alpine wilderness.
Really ugly clouds coming over from the north.
A place
the ridgeline is imposing, the escarpments, the drops.
where survival,
It's dark now. I have nothing.
is never certain.
This is not good.
My name's Dave Cawley, and I'm the host of a podcast called Uinta Triangle. It's about the disappearance of an Australian hiker named Eric.
Our conclusion and that of the sheriff is that the mountains have decided to keep him.
Come retrace Eric's footprints with me.
You have done this walk too, but this is your backyard.
Did he really make a wrong turn, or did he decide that he was done?
He is not the first or last person to vanish in this remote region.
It was haunting to see the photos. I mean, really.
Find and follow the podcast series Uinta Triangle. That's Uinta, spelled U-I-N-T-A, Triangle, wherever you get your podcasts. All episodes out now.
Local physicians are urging people to stay safe as measles cases continue to rise, especially before the kids return to school. KSL News Time 12:37. Americans are saddled with credit card debt, with many of them behind on payments.
We owe more, and we're not paying our bills on time. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York says Americans now owe $1.26 trillion on credit cards, and 12% of us are delinquent in paying even the minimum amount. The high cost of gas, groceries, and household items all contributing. One thing helping those lucky enough to own a home: equity. More people are tapping into that, figuring a refinanced mortgage at a little over 6.5% makes more sense than a credit card balance of 23%. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
And Utah has the second largest homes on the market on average, but they're not exactly affordable. KSL News Radio's Alexandria Bonilla reports.
The size of the average home on the market is 2,440 square feet, and the average cost per square foot is $307. That adds up to $749,000 for a home. These homes are actually the second largest on average in the U.S., and analysis by NetCredit says they're about 20% larger than the average home on the market in the United States. The homes with the most square footage are available in Provo, Salt Lake City, and St. George. The issue is Utah has a large population of younger adults, and those younger adults are in need of starter homes, not these almost mansions. Alexandria Bonilla, KSL News Radio.
The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is creating even more opportunities to serve during the open house for the Salt Lake Temple.
There are so many different ways to serve.
So many different ways.
Beginning April 5th and running until October 1st of next year, the church will be opening the renovated Salt Lake Temple and Temple Square to the public. A release on Church Newsroom reports more volunteers are being asked to help in even more ways than before, with things like tours of the temple, helping out directing on Temple Square, parking cars, and helping other church facilities like the Family History Museum.
Welcome. We saved you a place.
Volunteer applications are being taken online. Don Brinker-Hoff, KSL News Radio.
KSL News Time 12:39. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the nines. Brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Cormac Bone.
Freeways looking really good. I-15, no delays between Brigham City and Santaquin. But in Weber and Davis counties, we got some delays on southbound Highway 89. It starts near Skyline Drive, and it's slow all the way down the hill to the intersection with I-84 at the mouth of Weber Canyon. You've also got the normal delays near Harrison Boulevard, both directions of Highway 89. Otherwise, though, no delays on I-80 through Parley's Canyon, and we still do have that disabled semi-truck westbound I-80 near the Mountaindale Golf Course. They're in the left shoulder, not causing slowdowns. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Still airing on the warm side today with a high of 98. Look for extra cloud cover in the afternoon. 30% chance we see something roll in off the mountains. Overnight, 71 on the mild side. Tomorrow, 93 scattered thunderstorms. We keep those storms in the forecast on Thursday with a high of only 83 degrees. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
Right now it's 93 degrees and partly sunny in Salt Lake City. Coming up on Utah's Noon News, we'll hear about a new program to keep young drivers safe. Coming up, streaming live at KSLNewsRadio.com and on the app for KSL News Radio, we're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
I'm really interested to hear about how your parents talk to you at home, and how do you think they can kind of break through to you?
It's just to talk about it. It's just seriously it's going to be awkward at first, but if you keep repeating it over and over again, it's just going to feel natural.
Keep going, and soon we'll just be able to talk about it.
Talking about mental health with your teens is the power of we in action. Visit intermountainhealth.org/teen mental health.
Your best years aren't behind you. They're right here at Trio South Ogden. Discover independent living services that embrace aging as an opportunity to lean in, not step back. To pursue passions, not retire from purpose. Here, life is bright, colorful, and unapologetically fun. Move in, thrive on, because aging doesn't mean changing who you are. It means having more time to be exactly who you are. Schedule your tour today at TrioSouthOgden.com.
Howdy, neighbor. Check this out.
Whoa, where did all your stuff go?
Sold it.
Everything?
Everything. The snowblower, the riding mower, the weed whacker, the fertilizer spreader, and some of my wife's old shoes.
So what's left?
Bike, golf club, suitcase. Turns out those things take up a lot less room. I think I'm ready for less maintenance and a lot more living. And at Ovation Homes, they build homes designed for your next chapter, not your last. Single-level living with modern finishes and low-maintenance features, making everyday life easier and a lot more enjoyable. Designed for real life and real budgets. A fresh approach to active adult living in northern Utah. And during the Next Chapter event, you can receive $7,500 on select quick move-in homes or $10,000 on a new home build. Visit Sadie's Glen in Syracuse or online at OvationHomesUtah.com. Your best years really do start at Ovation Homes.
Emergency medical unit, respond to 102 Maple Avenue. Possible stroke victim.
When stroke occurs, you have 60 minutes to win or lose the race of your life. There are new treatments, but you must get to a hospital fast. If you suddenly feel weakness on one side, have trouble speaking, walking, or seeing, it could be a stroke. Call 911. Get to a hospital. Because how you spend the next 60 minutes could determine how you spend the rest of your life. Stroke. Know the signs. Act in time. A message from the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke.
Stolen Voices of Dole Valley. A gripping new 9-part investigative podcast about a serial killer you've probably never heard of, Warren Forrest. A sadistic predator who prowled the Pacific Northwest in the early 70s. He hid behind the deeds of Ted Bundy, and he's only been convicted of 2 murders, but is suspected of many more. Since the release of Stolen Voices of Dole Valley, a witness identified in the podcast could lead investigators to the remains of Jamie Grissom.
He ran into the woods. He said he stumbled. As he fell down, he looks up and sees the body of a young woman.
And now the FBI is testing forensic evidence that had been collecting dust for decades. This cold case is now red hot. Binge the entire season of Stolen Voices of Dole Valley right now, wherever you get your podcasts. And make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the latest breaking news.
KSL News Time 1244. The 3 things you need to know this hour. First,
a groundbreaking new drug that treats pancreatic cancer is doubling the life expectancy of patients at the Intermountain Hospitals and beyond. I'm KSL News Radio's Cameron Elliott.
Second, local health officials are asking that people do more to protect themselves against measles as kids are returning to school. Third, traffic and weather together.
We do have a crash on northbound I-215, out of traffic and in the shoulder, so no delays just yet, but do watch out as you come through North 215 at the 201 freeway. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Upper 90s today with a slight chance, but then we dip the temperatures off to low 80s. I'm Matt Johnson.
It's 93 degrees at the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. KSL's top national stories.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. More than 220 people are confirmed dead following yesterday's major earthquake in western Colombia. Crews now scrambling to dig through the rubble for survivors. ABC's Faith Abube is in Medellin.
American Alyssa Aroyavi was at the gym in Medellin when it hit.
There was like this sudden commotion and everybody was yelling, and the staff then was like really pushing everybody to get outside as quickly as possible because it was quite strong.
The damage widespread, impacting health and community centers as well as roads, making it difficult to assess damage in rural areas.
President Trump says he spoke to U.S. Marine and veteran Robert Gilman after his release from a Russian prison. The 32-year-old held and abused for 4 years, according to the group advocating for his freedom. Gilman was said to be gravely ill. He is now on his way to a U.S. military hospital in Texas, where he'll receive medical attention. On Wall Street, stocks are lower due to the unrest in the Middle East. This is ABC News.
Time for the KSL In-Depth. AAA and Zero Fatalities are teaming up to ask Utah drivers to be patient, especially with new drivers. They're taking part in a bumper magnet campaign. Jason Metman is with Highway Safety Office, and he joins me live. Jason, what can you tell me about this new campaign?
So we're excited to launch with AAA and Zero Fatalities today so that we can keep our teens safer on the road. School starts for many this week and next week. We want those teens to get to and from school safely and to use the road safely. And it's okay to be in that learning phase while they're doing it. So we're going to let other drivers know by having them slap this magnet on the back of their car and have drivers give them a little extra space.
What does the magnet say?
So the magnet is, it says, "New driver, please be patient." And then it's branded with Zero Fatalities on there. It's bright red. It's easily visible to other drivers. We're hoping it gives those teens the confidence to be in that learning phase and drive safely, but other drivers to give them a little extra space, back off a little, and give them a little patience and understanding.
How can people get one of these magnets?
So they're going to be distributed to brand new drivers as they get their new license or their learner permit at driver license offices throughout the state starting today.
Okay, so if someone is waiting for their license in the mail, it'll probably come in the mail with it? Is that how it works?
Nope, they'll pick it up when they go and take their test with their learner's permit. Walk into the driver license office and they'll hand you one along with your paper temporary permit.
And I mean, how big of a problem is this? How deadly are the roads for these new drivers?
So here in Utah, teen drivers are about 7% of those that are out there on the road, but they represent 23% of all crashes in the state. So teen drivers are way overrepresented in incidents that are happening out on the roads. Unfortunately, last year, 42 people were killed on Utah roads involving a teen driver. So what that means to us is that some of that inexperience and some of that those issues that teen drivers face, speed, distractions, just like the rest of us, are causing crashes out on our roadways. So we'd call on parents today to take an active role in those teens learning how to drive, follow those graduated driver license laws, make sure they're not having passengers in the car for those first 6 months, make sure they're not driving in the middle of the night. All of these factors point to more crashes, and so we want those teens to avoid those situations as they're learning to drive.
Well, thanks for joining me live, Jason. We've been hearing from Jason Metman with the Highway Safety Office for the KSL In-Depth. KSL News Time 12:49. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 9s, brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
We do have a crash northbound I-215's west belt just after the 201 freeway. They are out of traffic in the right shoulder behind some construction cones, so there's no delays behind them. We do have a little bit of slowdown starting up on northbound I-15 just after 600 north. as you try to get out of Salt Lake and go into Davis County. There may be a crash there. But otherwise, your freeways look good. No slowdowns on I-15 in Utah and Weber counties. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL 7-day forecast. I have quite the cooling trend with some rain chances mixed in. Today's going to be 98, so definitely warm, and mostly cloudy by afternoon. Slight chance for a pop-up. Better chances for thunderstorms on Wednesday, 93. Scattered storms likely on Thursday, 83 for a high. Down to 82 on Friday. Isolated storms in the forecast. We start to dry things out on Saturday, 85, partly cloudy. Sunday, 88, partly cloudy skies. And a mixture of sunshine and passing clouds Monday, 90 degrees. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
Right now, it's 95 degrees and partly sunny in Salt Lake City. The 7-day forecast brought to you by Performance Automotive Bountiful.
When you are attempting any sort of task, you always want to do it as quickly and as efficiently as possible, and the same holds true for losing weight. I want to tell you about a program that has worked for me. It's called Salt Lake City Fat Loss, and the reason it's worked for me is it kept me motivated because I lost the weight very quickly. This program uses a simple combination of foods to help burn that stored fat quickly. There are no injections or surgeries, no medication, so there are no side effects, just that simple combination of foods. Plus, it's easy to follow with great resources to help keep you accountable. They have a great app. It gives you daily ideas of how to be successful and also how to make food that really tastes good. Because if you get bored with your food, of course, you're going to fall off that diet. Just go to slcfatloss.com to learn more or call them 801-450-1882. Wouldn't it be great to lose up to a pound per day? Go to slcfatloss.com, slcfatloss.com.
My friend Joey loves to use old familiar sayings.
You know what they say.
The problem is,
don't look at a gift horse because you can't make them drink.
He gets a lot of them mixed up.
People who live in glass houses,
here it comes,
shouldn't cry over spilt milk.
There are also a lot of sayings in the financial world, like, you'll pay lower taxes in retirement. But for many people, it's just not true. You may have done a great job saving in that 401k or IRA, but Uncle Sam is ready to grab a big portion of that money. The team at Galileo Wealth Management can help with strategies that you can start now to lower your tax bill in the future. More for you and less for Uncle Sam.
Or as they say, an apple a day is worth two in the bush.
Get the facts on your tax bill in retirement. Call Galileo Wealth today at 385-247-7000. It's 385-247-7000 or online at GalileoWealth.com.
And remember, a stitch in time keeps the doctor away. Does, you know.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
KSL News Time 12:53. A TikTok video that's gone viral shows a couple using the self-pay kiosk at the Shake Shack at the Salt Lake International Airport. After putting in their order and checking the price, they chose not to tip and get a message warning them that there had been a pricing update.
Every item went up by 50 cents.
Shake Shack tells USA Today in a statement it does not increase prices or add surcharge penalties to orders placed by customers who choose not to tip. The company says the licensee looked into the problem and discovered the price increase was the result of an error unrelated to tipping and that the problem had been fixed. Watching Utah's money Domino's is trying to win pizza lovers over by introducing personal pan pizzas not meant for sharing. The Wall Street Journal says it hopes to lure in customers who are looking for a meal for one. It comes after flat sales last month and quarter. Thrifting is going next level, with some Savers locations launching AI pricing tools. CNBC reports the new program called Thrift IQ helps employees price items, making things easier and keeping pricing consistent. The USDA is recalling almost 30,000 pounds of raw beef. Food Safety and Inspection Services say the meat imported from South America missed routine inspections. Fox Business says no one has reported any kind of sickness from the beef. Your money at this moment, the market's still off. The Dow has lost a little bit more than 0.25%, losing 153 points, and the S&P has lost 27 points. The NASDAQ is off 186 points. Oil right now sitting at $83 a barrel. A new recall for one of the most popular vehicles in the world.
Toyota is recalling certain recent versions of the Camry over concerns the instrument cluster could fail when starting the car, knocking out power to things like the hazard lights and the seatbelt reminder. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says this increases the risk of a crash. More than 500,000 of the popular sedans are being recalled from the 2025 and 2026 model years. Toyota says it'll notify owners by September 21st and that dealers will fix the issue through a software update. Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
Bad driving habits are hard to break, but good driving habits are easy to form, especially when they can lead to a discount on your auto insurance. With Farm Bureau Financial Services, the safer you drive, the more you save. Drivers like you are saving an average of $351 per vehicle. So buckle up, learn more, and find an agent at fbfs.com/save. Individual savings results may vary. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Looking to transform your kitchen or bathroom? Discover the difference at AMC Building Materials. New arrivals are here. Explore the latest shaker-style cabinets, sleek European-style flat panel cabinets, and beautiful new quartz countertops in today's most popular colors. With a 25,000 square foot showroom and a warehouse in Salt Lake City, AMC keeps a wide selection of the most popular cabinets and countertops in stock. So many in-stock cabinet styles are available for same-day purchase and pickup, making it easy to start your project right away. Enjoy factory direct pricing, free design, free in-home measurements, and expert installation. Most remodeling projects are completed in as little as 10 days. Visit the AMC Building Materials showroom at 3678 South 700 West or schedule your free estimate today at amckitchensaltlakecity.com. AMC Building Materials. Come see the difference today.
KSL Broadcast Group contests are open to participants 18 years of age and older that are residents of Utah, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest may not enter. Persons who have won in the last 30, 60, or 90 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available at kslnewsradio.com/contests.
Everything to my back is dark.
High in the alpine wilderness.
The ridgeline is imposing, the escarpments, the drops.
A place where survival, it's dark now, I have nothing, is never certain. In 2011, an Australian hiker vanished.
Did he really make a wrong turn, or did he decide that he was done?
You have done this walk too, but this is your backyard.
The mountains have decided to keep him.
Find and follow the podcast series Uinta Triangle, wherever you get your podcasts.
KSL News Time 12:59. Traffic and weather together, brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
There's no delays, but we do still see this crash on northbound I-215's West Belt at 2100 South. And they are in the right shoulder behind the construction cones in that construction zone. So, again, it's not slow, but do watch out as you come through there and give them the space. I-15 running without delay both directions between Ogden and Provo. It's just some regular slowdowns to expect, some light and scattered delays both directions of Pioneer Crossing through Lehigh, especially westbound, though, approaching Mountain View Corridor and Corey Ride Highway. That's maybe a little slower than usual. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
All right, warm today, a high of 98 degrees, but tomorrow it starts this cooling trend. It'll be nice and refreshing, only getting to the low 90s tomorrow and then 80s Thursday and Friday. There are also chances of rain along with that. Right now in Salt Lake City, it's 93 degrees, and let's take a look at a few other places around the state. Let's see, St. George, we're at 95. Let's see, up high in Logan, 89. Stay tuned for the bright side.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
I'm Becky Bruce. KSL's top story this hour. Local